Hey, gang, what's up? It's your guy coming to you live from Studio 405.
They gave me my theme music.
Another Zach Nip production, Jones. Mr. Fingaz. Collin P from the DMV. Go Dawgs. Yeah. Let's go. Hey, gang, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's been a while since I'm sorry. It's been a while since we've seen you. Hope you guys had a great Christmas, had a great Thanksgiving, but we are back. It is me coming to you live from Studio 405, Mr. Fingaz, and my partner in crime over there. That guy right there, he is the sexy Mother Hubbard, the brother from another, the ace of base in the place in your face. That's a hell of a recovery because I got the first part of that line wrong.
I know you did.
Our old school viewers will remember. But yep, that's my guy, Collin P from the DMV. How you doing, baby?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. Good holiday. And some holiday cheer, man. Good holiday. Past couple of days. Good Christmas. Had I actually had 2 trips down to Georgia. Went down and spent time. Me and the B man went down and spent time with the family, and then I got back here I stayed here a couple of days, and then drove down with my cousin. Actually, first time I've driven that drive in quite some time. It's not too bad. I mean, it's 11 hours or so. But I was with him. We just straight 95. It's kind of a boring drive, but nothing between here and there. But it was good to go down to God's country, as we say, and spend time down in the slower pace, area as opposed to the Nova, Northern Virginia area. But dude, had a blast. Get excited for the game, dude. How about yourself? What's Santa bring you?
I got a book called oh God, it was something about unusual facts. I have Collin has known me for a long time, but for those of you that have not met me personally and hung out with me for longer than about 2 or 3 months, I keep a whole bunch of stuff up here that I have zero need for until somebody mentions something. I go, Oh yeah, back in 1896, they originally used to call it blah blah blah, and that's why it's now called blue blue blue, and then we do a blue blue blue. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I really can't wait to tear into that and just add
So
more
you're saying
more.
you got a wealth of useless knowledge in that dome you got.
Yeah,
Some useful.
I like to call it Jeopardy knowledge. Well, looky, looky, looky.
Good evening, Miss Dana.
There's our number one fan, Miss Dana. Dana is watching all the way from the great state of Alabama. Best of luck to Alabama as they take on Indiana and the Hoosiers. I forget which bowl game it is that they'll be in, but they're taking them on this week as well. And you said they're favored by how much?
Indiana's favored by 7, which I was kind of surprised. I don't know if that's going to change. That may change. It may drop 1 or 2, but I don't. I was surprised Indiana was actually favored.
Well, you know what? We'll get into that in a minute. They're playing in the Rose Bowl. Thank you, Dana. They're playing in the Rose Bowl, but I'll get into that Indiana thing in just a second. But so yeah, speaking of bowl games, the team that we come to love and know and love are Georgia Bulldogs are taking on
The coach less. The coach less.
the Ole Miss Rebels. Dude, I don't know what just happened just then. My brain just went, phew. It was like somebody shook the etch a sketch and everything went away. All right, we're going to back up and we're going to try this again. Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to This Week in UGA Football. Mr. Fingaz, Collin P from the DMV. Rah, 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 blue, blue, blue. Go Dawgs, sick 'em. Woo, 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 woo. Alabama's taking on Indiana in the Rose Bowl. They are a 7-point underdog. I'll have more to say about that later, but we're here to talk about our dogs traveling down to the Big Easy to take on the Rebels of Ole Miss in a rematch. Now, when we played before, if you remember correctly, when we played before, oh Lord, where am I? I'm trying to find it.
I remember right. We played from behind the majority of that game, did we not?
Yes, we did play from behind for the absolute majority of that game, and I don't have the score pulled up unless Dana happened to have that too. You got that pulled up too, Dana? Well, at any rate, we wound up winning convincingly. We're gonna have Dana be our remote graphics person.
There you go.
She could pop up all the banners and stuff on the screen. But Georgia winds up being victorious, completely annihilating Ole Miss in the fourth quarter. They shut down Trinidad Chambliss. They shut down kind of Kawan Lacey and just handled business. That was a game that, of course, Collin and I said we were worried about for obvious reasons. Ole Miss under Lane Kiffin's guidance and direction has developed into quite the mighty, formidable opponent in the SEC. But the boys pulled away and made it look easy. It was like, yeah, we just figured we'd spot them. We'd spot them 20, and then that would be it. So,
yeah, that last game we held them scoreless in the fourth quarter and ended up scoring 17 points. So we ended up winning 43-35. But it looked kind of rough there at the beginning. But yeah, it was a tough game and hard fought win. And if I remember right, I think it was another thing that we the quarterback position that we were eerily familiar of from Stetson. Gunner took it upon himself to lead the team right on down. So you love to see it.
Put the team on his back and just went with it. Now, of course, that was also aided by Georgia playing keep away with ball. Exactly. We're playing keep away with ball in the run game, et cetera, et cetera. Well, we faced that very same team again. Now, there were some key injuries. There were some key injuries that there were some concerns about. On the dog side, we know this much from the injury report that came out today. Outside linebacker Gabe Harris Jr., defensive back Jonel Aguero, defensive back Kyron Jones, defensive lineman Jordan Hall, and of course on the offensive line, one of the best linemen that Georgia has used in one, Drew Bobo. Now probable on the list are Colby Young, wide receiver, and tight tight end Ethan Barber. Now on the Ole Miss Rebel side, I'll hand this to you, Collin, because you were the one that had this. My bad.
No, it's all good. I was just
I
saying
just
that
stepped all over your information.
no, you said it, but I mean, saying there's still, the probables. I mean, I was unaware like Bobo was probable, but I would be happy if he was on the field. But the bright spot is Kobe. Kobe Young's been out since that last Ole Miss game. He broke his leg or whatever, and he's been dealing with that. Hadn't played, but the video I saw with I guess the Georgia reporters or the sideline reporters, what have you, they saw him in pads and running, participating in drills, and he looked good. So whether he's going to play or not remains to be seen, but it looks good. And also I told you off camera is the Bo Walker and that other guy, I can't remember, that were previously arrested at, supposedly stealing, I don't know, like Febreze and towels and paper towels and something crazy. Anyway, the charges were dropped, and Bo Walker, and they were out there playing too, so they were out there practicing. So
did you say Febreze?
No doubt, it was Febreze. I mean,
did you say
it was Febreze? I'm telling you.
And this manager wanted them sent to jail for allegedly stealing Febreze.
I mean, it was other products, but it was less than $100, or like maybe $100, if that, on stuff like household stuff. It's like, I mean, if you're gonna steal something, I mean, still iPod, still it's not iPod, still iPhone, whatever, still something worth more than Febreze.
I mean, not to make light of a situation, because I mean, yeah, they told us stealing is bad, shoplifting is bad. It's in one of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal, all of that good stuff. But I mean, and yes, people do steal, but it really no.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like one of the things where it comes out where
leave that alone. I'm gonna leave.
No, it comes out where you hear that and you're like, all right, well, something's being covered up, right? I mean, automatically that's what people think nowadays, the way the world is, something's being covered up. But I mean, when you say that you're trying to thieve like paper towels and Febreze and stuff, that's where it gets kind of crazy. Anyway, but that being said, Bo Walker was out there participating in drill, so we get to see him a little more.
Okay, all right. Oh, that's good. And then on the Ole Miss side, out for the Rebs, we've got Cedric Beavers at cornerback, John Wayne Oliver at the offensive line. Linebacker Raymond Collins is doubtful. Tight end Caleb Odom is questionable. Now on the probable side, then this could be a plus. And tight end Daquan Wright. If you recall, Kawan Lacey was a finalist for the Doak Walker Award. He hurt his shoulder during the second half of the game against Tulane, did not come back. And he has 1,366 rushing yards so far this season, and he has really been a viable part, a key cog in the engine. He is the guy that he's the guy that when they need to grind it out, he gets the ball, or when they need to burn some time, and that in tandem with quarterback Trinidad Chambliss, who we know has has some wheels. Those of you that are watching this later on the replay, it's that you saw right there is I don't want to call it a tick. It's just kind of a coping mechanism. Sometimes I just get stuck and I revert to my days when I used to have two turntables and a microphone, and I just wiki it out, and it comes right on out. Wiki. So, and not the pedia. So yeah, those are key cogs. Those are key cogs in the Ole Miss offense, and if that he couldn't be coming back for them at a better time. Now, bear in mind, I believe he was held to under 40 yards when we played, when we last met. So he's definitely going to have to step game up, and game planning is going to definitely have to step up if they want him to be successful. We got another question from the audience from Dana, of course. Having a few bye weeks can be a curse sometimes. Do you think it will affect Georgia's game? I am absolutely hoping not. If I know, and Dana, you being an Alabama fan, you would know that one thing Kirby does not like to do is make the same mistake twice. although right corner of the end zone in both the national championship and then the SEC championship game the following year, has haunted me for years. But we're not going to talk about that anymore because I've been taking my meds and the doctor says I'm doing much better now. I think that Kirby has kept them busy enough to not be to not come into the game cold.
Yeah, no,
That's the best I got. What are your thoughts, Collin?
No, I agree. I mean, like it just that's it can be. I mean, it certainly can be kind of a curse because I mean, you're idle hands. You know, they say idle hands, the devil workshop, that kind of stuff. But like you said, you know, Kirby tends to keep them really busy and bloody Tuesdays and that kind of those types of practices are the grueling practices don't stop that that bye week. And the main thing I think is actually a blessing because it gives the injured players time to recoup, or a lot of the players that are injured or hurt or kind of ailing from some nagging injuries give time to kind of get well, heal up. So, but yeah, I mean, it definitely can be a curse depends on how you handle it. But I think Kirby has these guys like I think we've been more healthy than we've been in quite some time.
Yes.
Except for Bobo, and that definitely hurts. But I mean, our offense, defense, and since the last couple of weeks, the last couple of games, we've kind of come into our own at the right time, and it seems like our defense, secondary, offensive line, defensive line, those players are balling out. Hope it continues, though.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree there with you, sir. Those are, like I said, those are the that is the injury report. They said that Lacey has been with the team practicing, but they haven't really said whether or not he's going to be 100% or not. He's kind of pulling a page out of Kirby's book where he's like, oh, he's been out there practicing, but nobody's 100%. We'll let Coach handle the updates. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen there. With that, we're going to talk a little bit more. Those of you that are just joining us, whether you're watching us live right now or whether you're watching the replay later, welcome to This Week in UGA Football. Mr. Fingaz here, Collin P. from the DMV right over there, live from Studio 405. We appreciate you joining us this evening. We're going to take a really quick break, and we'll be right back. Don't go far. Back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If you ever want to know how long it takes to eat one singular piece of of sesame chicken, one singular piece of sesame chicken, I can tell you 49 seconds. That's how long that break was, and I managed to get it and wash it down before we came back. So welcome back to This Week in UGA Football.
Don't be doing. I can't perform the Heimlich over here, man. You be careful. Don't be choking.
Oh no choking. Just chew. Well, done.
Hey, what did they say back in the day? You got to chew your food 100 times, or what was the number? I can't remember the number, but it was something that we were told. Like,
the devil is a lie, Collin. We talking about Chinese food. It ain't no 100. It's lucky it got 7 or 8.
You know why it was 100 in Georgia? Because it's most likely gristle.
Yeah, you never lied about that. But that gristle, man, you gotta crack the gristle open to get all the. Got to crack the gristle. For those of our listeners that may not be from the South, when it comes to that gristle, you gotta chew it and you gotta crunch it up because a lot of times the bone is a part of the broth or whatever it is being cooked, and you get a piece of gristle, you got to get the juice out that gristle too, man.
Well, yeah, it's what we
They
call flavor,
between the
though.
Sugar
We call
Bowl,
it flavor,
between
flavor, flavor.
yeah, you call it flavor, flavor for real, flavor, flav. We were talking about what needs to happen in order for the Dogs to emerge victorious against Ole Miss this coming Thursday. That game is Thursday on the 1st. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Saturday. There's a lot of the premier bowl games are on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So keys to victory for the Dogs. What do you got for me, Collin?
Well, I mean, I probably gonna sound like a broken record. I mean, like it reminds me of. Did you see that? What was it? The game day when they had Kirby and Saban up there, and
Oh
Saban,
yes,
Saban named all them out, which was
absolutely
all
hilarious.
BS. It was awesome. But yeah, I mean, I'll echo that. But I think I mean, I kind of hope Bobo, Mr. Bobo, the offensive coordinator, goes in his bag some more. I mean, I'm kind of thinking that it was going to be depending on if we get the ball first or at some point in the game, I'm expecting to see a big explosive play. I'm hoping to see a big a home run ball or something that something to get this team fired up. Which I don't think it's going to take much to get them fired up. But the keys to the game, in my opinion, is no turnovers. I mean, none if you can help it. And then, I think it's going to be a turnover game. Like whoever can win the turnover game or the turnovers, and is going to win the ball game. But we can gain yards. We've proven that, and it's not going to be like who can score the most at any given time. It's going to be defense also can stop, But yeah, I mean, that's me. And just to cut down on the and Gunner plays Gunner's game. Maybe turn him loose on a couple of keepers, but keep him in the back. Keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, he seems to do far better when he doesn't have to run as much.
Right.
When a good drive is going along and you got 3 yards to gain and he calls his own number on like a spread play and he's got 4 wide receivers sprinting down the field, which opens up the middle, and then he cracks through that. He cracks the seam and rattles off 6 or 7 real quick before he slides or gets out of bounds, whatever.
Yeah, well, no, he don't slide. I mean, that's things that I cringe every time he takes off because that boy dives. So, I mean, he gets the yardage, he gets the extra yardage, but he seldom slides. But
well, I gotta give him. At least he's not going this Cam Scatterboo route where he's just actively trying to injure himself.
Yeah,
which I'm grateful for because we kind of need a quarterback. You know what I mean?
No doubt. But we got Branch. Branch is gonna get. Who are we kidding? Branch is going number one. Number one is gonna get that. He's gonna get his time. He's gonna get his work in, and he's gonna produce. You got to keep a hold of him. Keep him injury free too. So.
Yeah. So for me, the biggest thing for me is the defense is going to have to. This Georgia defense at the beginning of the season looked very much like a young, not quite complete.
100%.
Excuse me. It's like baking a cake. If you take all the ingredients and you mix them together properly, then you put it in the cake pan. You put it in the oven at whatever temperature is supposed to cook for whatever period of time. If you take the cake out too soon, the cake can be runny, or you can move it before it's supposed to be, before it's done, and the cake may fall. In the beginning of the season, the Dogs defense looked like a cake that was not completely cooked. It wasn't quite done. You had players that kind of sort of looked like they knew what they were supposed to be doing, but they were having a hard time putting it all together. There's a couple of times, especially during I keep referencing the Tennessee game, just because that was when it really stood out very badly. Our DBs kept getting burned. You could see them doing the Spider-Man point at each other. Like I thought, but as the season progressed and as Kirby worked with these guys, and Schumann worked with these guys, and the DB backs worked with these guys, you started to see them gel. You started to see plays where they'd have 7 on the line, and then drop 3 in the coverage with a 4-man rush. And you okay, all right, I'm sitting at home doing the Denzel. Okay, all right, okay. I see you. Get in there and get that quarterback. That's right. You put your foot right square up in his ass. Okay, all right.
Right.
And then from that it just continues to grow until you get what you saw.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what do you think happened? Like, I mean, in your mind, what do you think, or did you see anything that changed to have that defense?
I can't really put a finger on it because sometimes it takes like a really big play out of nowhere that gets played ad nauseum on ESPN and all the other networks pick it up and they start running it too, or it just takes having one good solid game where the defense completely dominates. And I can't really say where the turning point was because there were games when our defense looked at points during the game absolutely unstoppable, and then would give up a play on an easy coverage. You got a one-on-one coverage, the DB's chasing the receiver down the field, not looking for the ball.
Yeah,
I think
and we've mentioned him, and I've mentioned him time or two. CJ Allen has actually come into the role as kind of our Nakobe Dean type guy, a leader on defense, in my opinion. And I've seen a couple of interviews with Kirby and some video shorts or whatever. He's first one in and last one out type of guy, like as far as the practice goes, and in the buildings and weight and all that kind of stuff. So he's setting an example. But it just seems like I can't see the turning point. I can't actually tell when it happened either. But the Junkyard Dogs, I mean, something came out the last game. I mean, and Ole Miss actually, that stood out. But you're right, the Tennessee game too as well. But CJ Allen has emerged as kind of our what we needed, needed that type. Not just him. I mean, the defense seems to rally around him, but he seems to have taken the reins as being the guy in my mind. I mean, in my opinion, that's what I see. But I mean, I'm sure there's other ones. But yeah, I mean, they've actually turned the point. I mean, like we've always talked about how suspect our secondary was, but they've showed out as as the other team, as the other defense has, or the other people on defense. But yeah. If we can shut down, if we can play like we played last time, we got them. No problem, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And somehow or another, I have managed to put you on full screen. I don't know.
I know. I'm looking at myself. in big screen, baby.
Where is it? How I get it back?
How we get it back? There you go. Hey,
there we are.
No, that was.
I really do know how to work this software, folks. I swear.
That gives them the word deer in headlights. It was Collin headlights. So that's just me on here. I can hear your voice, but hey.
Yeah. So 100%. Do you think that played a part in with him stepping up? That's where you started to see the defense start to gel better.
I think so, because I mean, if you look at Gunner, I mean, look at the offensive side of the ball. I mean, and Gunner, he seems to be kind of. If you have a player that actually, is willing to, put himself out there, and is a great guy to play with, play, amongst. It's easy to get around somebody like that, and to play hard like they do. They're willing to do it themselves, and it's easy to gather around a guy like that. So, I mean, I think so. I mean, we've talked about CJ Allen, and I kind of thought he would be the guy to emerge as the guy, but I mean, he definitely, in my mind, he's the guy, like the leader of that offense, of the defense. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and we have on record, and you can go back through the last couple of seasons where we said, where is the next? I mean, nobody is going to be Nakobe, but where is the next guy that, even if he does not play at the same skill level as Nakobe, that at least he's at the same level of leadership as Nakobe, where the guy that steps up and is like that takes charge and takes command is the on-field general. Like, I don't think.
Bro, I mean, like, look at. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was going to say, I mean, just look at his stats alone. I mean, he's got 45 solo tackles. He's got 40 assists. He's got 85 total tackles. He's got 3.5 sacks, 15 sack yards, 4 pass defended, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. Like, he's top of the list. Like, he's definitely the guy. And Raylan Wilson, he's doing this. And like I said, he's the second guy to him is Raylan Wilson. He's got 28 tackles. So I mean, like CJ Allen's got 45 solo. And then in my mind, before CJ, it was KJ Bolden. KJ got hurt,
Right.
but I mean, he was another one that I had my eyes on. So KJ and CJ were the ones that I thought maybe could step up and take that leadership role, and CJ has. So, but you can see it,
Right.
definitely.
Yeah. And so now when it comes to offense, that's another big thing. I mean, the strength of there's no denying that the strength of Georgia's offense has been its ability to control the pace. And Georgia is one of the best teams, and I would say this even were I not a Dog fan, Georgia is one of the best teams at grinding out clock, eating up clock, and slowly and methodically moving the ball down the field at 3 to 5 yard bursts,
Mm-hmm.
game after game after game. I really wasn't paying attention to it much until it got around time for the when during
Mm-hmm.
2021, the championship year. But if you go back and you look, the Chubb and Michelle that season that led up to them beating Baker Mayfield and the Oklahoma Sooners in the Rose Bowl and moving their
Right,
way into the national championship.
man. That
Um,
game will always be an awesome game.
a classic,
Yeah,
an
no doubt.
absolute classic. I might have to pull it up and watch it again just for grins and giggles.
I mean,
Um,
it was smash mouth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
to what would you attribute Kirby's ability to just find these gems and put them out on the field and have them just run in rotating shifts for 4 quarters, just eating
Yeah,
up clock?
that's a good question. I mean, like I don't know. I'm trying to put myself in the position of like the running backs. I mean, if you got a big, a full, kind of a crowded running back room like we do, I mean, that's a great problem to have, no doubt. But I mean, you've got to have some some selfless individuals, like to go in and not be necessarily the guy, but I mean, like get a whole lot of touches, but to go in there and do your thing and then come out and then somebody just a rotating fashion, like you said. Um, but you can tell, man, because I mean, even if somebody gets stopped, I mean, they try. The legs never quit. The legs keep driving, and they try to get an extra couple yards, and that more times than not, we get the first down or get close to it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I agree too. I mean, like it just seems like and it was funny to say that too. It's like everybody wants that home run ball, and everybody wants the big, huge chunks of yardage. But
Right.
I mean, if you get 3, 4, 5 per snap, I mean, like, and get the first down, and we are
Yeah.
running first team. Same, I mean, same deal. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, you getting chunks here and there, but it's fun to watch those home run balls. But I mean, hey, you win ball
Oh
games both ways.
man, they absolutely are. What
But
game? What game was that? What game was that? And this was before he tore the patella tendon. Nick Chubb that year. I think he was chasing the single season record or something like that, and he tore his patella tendon. But he essentially ran into a scrum,
mhm.
ran in the middle of a scrum, and then right when the refs went to pull the whistle to blow it, here he comes breaking out on the other
Yeah,
side, and it's just
yeah.
gone.
Those always those are incredible to me. Like even in anybody playing like any football game, you see you're like, oh, he stopped. You see him squirt outside and then gone.
Yeah,
Like, oh, you know, that is fun to
yeah.
watch.
So keys to victory essentially is defense has to keep the Ole Miss. Our defense has to keep the Ole Miss offense honest. They got to keep him honest. Like we saw in the last game, if we can keep Chambliss, we can cut off his run lanes by collapsing the pocket and keep a
Yeah,
spy in the hole to come up and not and make him regret his choices if he decides to leave said pocket.
yeah,
Uh, and then, as you said, just defense, defense, and more defense, and just pound the ball I mean, it is amazing the way I am still amazed at the way Kirby, um, or it could be Bobo, rotates players about every
That's
5 to 7
fresh.
plays.
Yeah, it's like fresh legs, dude.
He
Yeah.
rotates in fresh legs. He rotates in fresh legs on the offensive line and behind the quarterback, and just runs it down your throat until it wears them out.
And gets the correct personnel in there, and to do that in very quick fashion. You don't have too much time to get the people that you want in there. To run in and run out. And to know who to put in there.
Yeah,
To
100%.
exploit whatever
So,
defense.
so to sum this thing up in a bun, we don't really do score predictions, and we never write them down because we always we never write them down because it's just a thing that if we do and we get it woefully wrong, and it's like, yeah, that's just like that. Yeah, man, you know what? Yeah, I think Russell Wilson's grandson could be a great quarterback. You mean like that time you thought Georgia, Georgia was going to beat Georgia was going to beat Ole Miss 178-3? Well, they
Right.
still won. Yeah, but they only won by 74-38.
Yeah, and
So,
also we
which
won't be like, yeah, we won't. Georgia's
still a
gonna
lot.
lose. Georgia, we don't ever gonna pick Georgia to lose anyway. So, yeah, we think they're gonna lose by 15, 20.
25, 30, 35, 35.
50-11.
Chicken wing.
50-11.
Hut, hut. Blue 19. Phillip Rivers, hut.
But no, dude, I'm looking for Nate Frazier to have a good game too, and then
Oh, man. We
Bowens,
didn't even talk about the run game.
bro. I mean, like look at the people we got, bro. I mean, just like and Dylan Bell, he's gonna be our X factor again. When you get him involved, it's gonna be awesome when Dylan Bell. He's always good for a good big play here and there.
Yeah,
And
you're right about
and hopefully
that.
my boy Cash Jones, hopefully gets a little bit of.
You want to see Cash get a touchdown so
I
bad,
do,
don't you?
man. He's awesome. How can you not love Cash Jones?
I didn't say I didn't like him. I just said it's got to a point where he was used so much that it kind of became like Taysom Hill in New Orleans, where
Yeah,
when Taysom first started playing, it was like, who is this kid? Where did he come from? And he's phenomenal. But
yeah,
then when all the key players started going down around him, and he was the only stud left in the stable, they were like, well, we're just going to surround you, and you're not going to get to any of our Phillies. End of story. So
yeah. I
that's
mean,
that's
I
how
get
that
that
worked out.
point, but I mean, he's another one that's a very selfless individual because I mean he's a third down, seems to be put in the third down back position now, but they'll see him block. I mean, like it's just it seems to be the MO of this entire team, really. Like the selflessness. So everybody's out there to play for each other, which is awesome to get everybody to buy into, and that's what Kirby does. That's what
Yeah.
he's known for.
And that Dana, after 22 minutes and 37 seconds, is the answer to your question.
The short answer is no.
Nah, we could have just been like, nah, fam, and just sat here and looked at the camera for 10 minutes. But there you have it. I mean, essentially, we cut them at the knee, cut them off at the kneecaps where they are strongest, and their strongest suit is their run game. Now, Trinidad Chambliss is good at throwing the ball, but once you,
Yeah.
as was proven in the last matchup, if you can shut down at least one of his avenues of attack, and he only has the other one to fall back on, then that just becomes a lot easier to duplicate. So you say you got Georgia winning?
Of course.
All right.
No, I was going to say also what another key to that is not giving up the big plays and controlling the momentum. Not letting it get out of hand. We got to kind of keep that big play. Get the big play on their side. At a minimum. That's what I would say.
I can work with that. I am going to. You know what? I'm not even going to. Every prediction that I make, and I've said this on multiple shows now, and I'm going to have to start sticking to it. Just about every prediction I make is like, well, I think it's going to be, as long as it's a close game, I think it'll be pretty good. I think Georgia will keep it. I think Ole Miss will keep it close, and it's going to be a close. I say no more than, and here's the key factor, folks. If you ever watching another show where I make a prediction, whether it's this one, or I'm guessing on another one somewhere else, I said, well, I think it's going to be a really close game. I think that the margin of victory is going to be no more than 7 to 10 points every single time. So yeah, I have the Dogs winning that one also. No offense to Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss program has done some great things this season. And this will definitely, while I do think this will definitely be a great test of Pete Golding's medal, uh, we'll see.
You know,
We'll see.
I wonder what the Lane Kiffin situation. I wonder how it's going to affect them. I had to go back to the Notre Dame situation with Brian Kelly. Him leaving for LSU, and then just how the players are going to react or how they're going to perform. But we'll see how that happens. They're going to play for the newly appointed coach. I don't know his name. Forgive me for that. But anyway, they're going to play. Yeah, are they going to play for him, or are they going to be just kind of the wind out of
Well,
themselves type of thing?
they did play very well in the Tulane game, but again, this is Tulane we're talking
Tulane.
about. So this is going to be their first real test since he left.
SEC. So, but yeah.
Well,
Oh, there you go.
There's Dana's 2 cents right there. He said he wasn't that great at Alabama as a DC. I'm not sure how long ago it was that he was a DC there, but he's evolved some since then. We shall see. I hope, for our sake, I hope he has not. But
Well, I guess he's kind of with the SEC. I guess he's kind of not used to, I guess, but had been in the SEC, so I mean he's used to that, I guess, playing those types of games. But
yep.
Hey, not for nothing, man. Not to get off kilter here, but our Falcons are doing good, man.
Are there? Oh, what's the score now? I haven't been tracking it.
21-3, and boy, just almost broke one off. 21-3, and it's the third quarter.
You know, I'm still of the opinion that they're just kind of saving it up for Arizona next week. I don't know I have no clue actually what the scenario is under which they get into the playoffs. That would be crazy. That would be absolutely nuts for them to finish 13-4 and not make the playoffs.
That is nuts. I mean, I figured, like I said before, figured at 11-4 they'd be already in. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you that are just watching, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay, this is This Week in UGA Football. Mr. Fingaz here, Collin P from the DMV there. We are live from Studio 405. What is Studio 405? I live in Oklahoma. I'm just going to step back and let the silence envelop you as you figure out what the significance of the 405 is. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are going to take another really short break, and we will be right back. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, this week in UGA football. If this is your first time watching the show, or if you've checked us out before and have not done so yet, go ahead and click the like button, click the subscribe button, and join the comment thread. Let us know what you think this week in UGA football. We just got done talking about Georgia taking on Ole Miss this Thursday night. That game, as you can see, scrolling right at the bottom of the screen down there, will be taking place this coming January 1st at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Dawgs take on Ole Miss from the Louisiana Super Bowl for the chance to advance in the college football playoff. Well, we talked quite ad nauseum about Georgia and Ole Miss, but there are a couple of other teams remaining as well. Actually, there's only one other team remaining as well in the CFP. You know them, and depending on where you stand, what side of the fence you sit on, you either really love them or you really hate them. I don't really hate them. I have a healthy respect for them. I just get a little, I just get a little tight when I think about playing them sometimes because our record against them has not been good. That being the Bama Crimson Tide, they are set to take on the number one team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, and that will take place here. Oh, you know what? Before I go another further, I got something else I got to say. Send out a big, 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 huge shout out to the Eagles of Georgia Southern, based out of Statesboro, Georgia. Very, very small city in the state of Georgia, located about 30 minutes north of Fort Stewart, Georgia, nestled right there. That is where Georgia Southern Eagles play their football. They went to the Birmingham Bowl and they handed the App State Mountaineers their 8th loss of the season, winning by a score of 29-10. That's pretty doggone impressive for a team that plays in a stadium that doesn't hold more than 20,000 people.
Yeah, no, I agree. And just to put us a little piece of information, I went to Georgia College in Millersville. It was about 2 hours away. I had that's the thing. My high school. If you go to my high school, most people in my high school either went to Georgia Southern or University of Georgia. So that's what. And I was one of the very few that went to Georgia College. But yeah, I've been to Georgia Southern several times. My cousin has been there, and a lot of people I graduated high school with. But yeah, that's they beat Florida. I mean, they've been known to be some big names. Like
yeah, they have. They are good. They are very good. They're a team that's very good at punching up. They haven't quite figured out that they play in the Sun Belt. They haven't been able to figure out how to put it all together and maybe get to 10, 11 wins. But they're doing some things. I get the feeling they're just maybe a little piece here, a little piece there away. Their coach is Clay Helton. Wasn't Clay on the West Coast before he got picked up by wasn't he the coach? He was a coach at USC, was he not?
It sounds right. I'm not sure. I don't know. I do not know. But speaking of that, like App State's normally like they punch the people. They played spoiler several times too, haven't they?
Yep. Yes, he was the head coach at USC until 2021, and then he was summarily sent packing. He's now the coach at Georgia Southern, doing some pretty doggone good things. He's still making a 7-figure salary out there. So, I mean, and that's saying something. You're talking, again, a school that has a stadium that holds 20,000 people. I think for basis of comparison, the largest stadium is Michigan Stadium that holds 100K.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you think of those schools that are not really known for football? They're.
I beg to differ, my friend. Georgia
Southern.
I know
they're known for football. No, I know that. I'm saying like that money goes. They're good. They're known for baseball too. So I mean, they're known. So okay. I'm not saying they're not known for football.
I was about to tell you. Have you forgotten that they're national champion? Division 4, whatever they were in back in the 80s. Have you not forgotten that their coach was none other than the legendary bald-headed, swear-spitting, rag-chewing before Jared Tarkanian, former defensive coordinator for the 1980 Georgia Bulldogs, one Mr. Irk Russell.
Yeah. I got you. Irk Russell. I got you. Oh, Irk Russell. Man, you're talking that's how you know if a Georgia fan is really a Georgia fan. You go back that far and you're talking about, Lindsey and
if you know about Run Lindsey Run, and I think I broke the cement. I tore the chair out of the ground and hobnail boot, and
I broke the chair.
And get after them aggressively, and with GATA and where that came from. Yeah, you're an old head. You're an old head.
Remember?
Oh, man, you got no sense, brother. You got no sense.
Oh, never said I had any. I got a little bit, but not much. No, definitely no slouch in the Georgia Southern. I'm just saying, and plus it's a small town, bro. But
Yeah, Statesboro is a very, very small town. I do not actually know what the full population of Statesboro is. If I'm being completely honest, let's see, Statesboro, Georgia.
what 5,000?
Statesboro, Georgia. That's all I want to see. Statesboro is the most populous city in the county seat of Bullitt County, Georgia.
Yeah, Bullet.
Located in the southeastern part of the state, its population was 33,438 at the 2020
Wow.
census. Now it's grown a lot in the last 40 years, which has
Mhm.
about 81,099 residents, and it's starting to kind of be annexed by Savannah. It's grown that much,
Mhm.
but 30,000 people, that's about
That's
two-thirds.
more than
That's about two-thirds of the student body at the University of Georgia. Think about that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I got you. I got you. Yep. That's just a little more than can fit in the stadium.
Oh wow. So I mean, stop with it, man. Look, he and I were talking about this before the show. And Georgia Southern has a stadium that holds like 20,000 people. I guess the other 13,000 are just milling around, sitting outside the fence, going, "Let us in.
They at work.
We want to watch the game too."
Well, hey, Georgia College don't even have a football team. We had homecoming in basketball. That's all we had: basketball, and baseball.
Wow, they actually have a soccer league. They have a soccer game down there now.
Bro, that's crazy because I don't know about you, but me growing up, that soccer stuff was for private school. We didn't have that
Very
anywhere.
true. Very true. Now you got me going. Now I'm interested to see who all is on the famous people list. You know how they talk about what? Get out of here. Danny McBride was born and raised in Statesboro, Georgia.
No kidding. Damn right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Adrian Peterson finally got his college degree from Georgia Southern.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was there.
Oh, not that Adrian Peterson, different one.
Oh, okay.
This
Not that.
is the Adrian Peterson that played for the Bears.
Okay.
Let's see who else we got here. John Rocker.
That makes sense.
D'Angelo Thomas, a defensive end for Baltimore. Blind Willie McTell, who was a very famous blues musician. Let's see who else. Oh man, I didn't know Emma Kelly passed away. It's a different story for a different day. She was a lady. They called her the Lady of 1,000 Songs. She could play just about anything, piano or pipe organ. Anyway, side note, we got very far sideswiped here, but congratulations to Georgia Southern University, who defeats Appalachian State. Go Eagles.
There you
In
go.
the Birmingham Bowl. All right, moving on. We're getting away from there. We're going to close that. Now, we know that Bama took on Oklahoma in the first round of the playoffs last weekend. I am here at Ground Zero, not a mere 40 miles north of Norman, Oklahoma, maybe a little bit more. And there were some very hurt hearts after that game. Oklahoma jumps out to a 17-point lead. Looked like they were getting ready to set it into cruise control. And then in the span of one quarter, that went from a 17-0 lead and was depleted and was matched and passed.
Yes, sir.
I don't think that Oklahoma scored another touchdown until the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So Bama walks away with a win, 34-24, beats the Sooners at home. Then Texas A&M takes on the mighty Texas A&M Aggies, I might add, take on the Hurricanes of Miami. And the quarterback that at one point used to play at Sanford Stadium as the starting quarterback, and when Carson Beck. Miami manages to pull out a 10-3 win in what was a very back and forth game. Scintillating.
I thought it was boring. I mean, that's just me though.
It made for good theater. The last quarter of the game made it worth it. If you stuck around long enough to get to the fourth quarter, you were rewarded with a very exciting fourth quarter. Right down to Malachi Tony. I'm sorry, I wanted to call him Marquise. Malachi Tony's fumble, him on the sidelines almost having a complete meltdown.
Right.
Teammates saying, "Hey, you were made for this. Let's go. It's your time. Let's do this. Don't you hang your head about that." And Mark Peterson, God, yeah. And then Malachi Tony being the one to score the winning touchdown at the end of the game. So it was a great game. It was to me, it was a great game because it was a lot of back and forth. It kept looking like either one was going to score, then they just punted. But still.
I mean, I think I got became uninvested. You know, I didn't stick around long enough to watch that. I wish I had, but I mean, it was just good defenses all around. I mean, sometimes those make for great games as well. So
yeah. Well, anyway, Miami advances on to face none other than the Buckeyes of the Ohio State University. And then the other bracket, Alabama advances on to face Indiana.
Hey, let's let me interject real quick. Just since we're talking about Miami, just wanted to give a quick shout out to Mark Richt. A lot of y'all know that Mark Richt was the predecessor to Kirby, and it was. I mean, something came across my Facebook timeline that actually was a Canes Sports Fan HQ. And actually, I didn't realize. I knew that Mark Richt had some profoundly effect on the program, but not necessarily, not nearly as much as they said. And they give good information about what he did at Georgia as well. Mark Richt was an incredible head coach. He did everything, we all know, did everything but win a national championship. His record was 145-51. He took Georgia to 15 consecutive bowls, going 10-5, and then 2 SEC championships. But in just 3 seasons at Miami, he had a 26-13 record and included a standout 2017 campaign. That year, Rick led Miami to his first ACC Coastal Division title and an Orange Bowl berth, making significant turnaround for the program seeking to reclaim its former glory, which we all know Miami's WU has had, is significantly, known worldwide. But anyway, but he instilled inspirational leadership and reignited the passion of the Hurricanes fans as he orchestrated memorable victories and restored pride in Miami football. Under his guidance, the Hurricanes not only achieved on-field success, but also laid the groundwork for future triumphs, cementing Rick's legacy as a pivotal figure in the resurgence of Miami's football tradition. I just want to give a shout out to Mark Rick, since he's not only a coach for UGA, but at a profound. And like I said, this came across my timeline. I had no idea that he, I knew he had some success and some of the progress of the Miami program, but that's awesome. I mean, that speaks volumes to me. But anyway, shout out to Coach Rick.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Coach Rick. A lot of people criticized him for not being able to get Georgia over the hump and win and get a national championship, but he definitely laid a foundation that was still there and in good shape when he headed out. That Kirby Smart was able to take and run with.
I think. Did you not hear? Did you hear that the first day of practice or the team meeting? Didn't he put like Bibles in everybody's seats? I think that's what he did. Like he's a God-fearing man. He's definitely into religion, I guess religion or whatever, if you want to call it that, whatever. But I think he put Bibles in the seats, but I don't know if that's a fact. But I thought
I had never heard that rumor.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that whenever he got hired, but I mean, it could be all hearsay. But yeah, I mean, and like I said, that came from a Hurricanes website, so the sports fan HQ. So that was neat to hear that they give him his props.
Yeah. So that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. You've got Miami taking on. When is that matchup?
They got that on the 31st at 7:30 Eastern.
So Miami takes on Ohio State on New Year's Eve. Wow, that is entirely possible. No, that game is too early. That game is too early to end at the stroke of midnight. And then Bama, let's see, Bama.
4 o'clock in the afternoon on New Year's Day.
Bama, okay. Bama's got the afternoon game that day. or 4 o'clock Eastern, your time, 3 o'clock Central.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 o'clock Central, my time. And then, oh my God, Collin, I am so bad here, man. Hold on. Please stand by for station identification. Dude. Oh, that's what it is. We were just going to talk about the SEC teams that were remaining in the. And so, what are you thinking about? Give me the Bama Indiana. That's the one that I want to look at. Who's favored in this one, and by how much? And what are your thoughts?
That's why we said before, Indiana's favored by 7, and they're giving Alabama 7, which I don't. Like I said, you said you had a lot to say about this one, but I don't necessarily. I'm not saying they're not. The Hoosiers aren't good. They've done great things this year, but I just don't know. I'm not going to say that who they played argument. Really, but but I'm anxious to see them this game to see what happens. I want to see them against I'm not going to say the SEC team, which I kind of am because it's just Alabama's Alabama. My saying, but at the same point. We'll see what happens. So, I'm not sold on Indiana. I'm just saying that.
Well, but here's the thing with Indiana. If you go back and look at their schedule, which I'm getting ready to do right now, if you go back and look at the Hoosier schedule, they played in the Big Ten. Now, it's no small feat for any team to run the table. But let's look at who they beat. Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, Indiana State, Illinois. Iowa did wind up finishing 23rd, so that's a quote unquote quality win there. They did have these two teams here in the middle. Oregon, they beat Oregon by 10 points. There's a quality win there. Oregon is actually in the college football playoffs, so that's definitely a quality win.
Yeah.
Then they went on to beat Michigan State, who has not been the same since they fired Mel Tucker. UCLA, who's been about as good as a dead box of rocks. Notice I put emphasis on the word dead to describe a box of rocks. Then they beat up on Maryland. Maryland got started out the gate hot, hit conference play. Everything went off the rails. They beat a Penn State team that was struggling with the coach that they had, and they struggled to beat them. I think James Franklin was gone by the time Indiana played Penn State, and they still only beat them by 3 points. Then there was Wisconsin, then there was Purdue, then they played Ohio State. The 3 best teams they played all season were Iowa, Oregon, and Ohio State out of a 12-game schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're getting ready to face Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different animal right there. That is a different animal than everybody on that list.
All together.
And they're playing in California too, so they can't pray to the snow gods to snow Alabama out because they're a southern team. They can't play in the snow.
Yeah. I agree. That's kind of what I said. This is going to be a test for them. Hey, maybe they win. Maybe they give them a good game. But,
maybe. We shall see.
Yeah. I don't think Alabama's number one for a reason, I guess. But, we'll see.
I don't think Alabama is not going all the way out to California to play with those boys. I think they get ready to knock them upside the head. Is what I think.
I agree too.
I think it is entirely possible. There was some pundits that said it is entirely possible with the way that the tournament is seeded that Georgia and Alabama could see each other in a championship game.
Yeah,
and I think Alabama, and as the Michael Jordan documentary goes, and I took that personally.
Yeah, I think. Me saying personally, I think Ty Simpson is going to shred and dice them. They're going to shred their defense. It's going to be awful.
Oh man, yeah, I think Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson, I'm back. Ty Simpson is going to have a really great game.
I agree, but that's why I don't understand.
The only drawback is that Georgia, Alabama has not been able to establish a dominant run game this season. If they find one in their pocket or in a hat with a rabbit, it's a wrap.
And a rabbit in a hat with a bat, 6'4"
Impala. All day. That's really so. Who you got in this one?
Bro, I got Alabama, man. It just like I said, it has the potential to be a blowout. I mean, maybe it's closer than everybody, closer than I think. But again, I'm looking at, I think Ty Simpson's going to have a whale of a game, and I think Daniel Hill and Jam. I think Jam's going to. I don't know. I think
Is he gonna? Is he gonna? You know what? Let me ask. Let me just ask Dana, because Dana's watching. She's in the comments. Dana, for those of you that have been watching our show for the last few episodes, is a die hard Alabama fan who actually lives in Alabama. Dana, do you think that Jam Miller is either going to show up and show out? Did you think he's going to show up and show out this game, or is it going to kind of be one of those? Is he still going to be tentative after only? This is going to only really mark the second full game that he's going to play in since he's come back off his injury.
Dana can be our own location reporter.
Yo, she could. Why you joking?
No, I'm dead serious. In-state. That's our in-state info.
Yeah. Well, I said that like they're playing in Tuscaloosa. Meanwhile, they're all the way in California. She can go to Tuscaloosa all she want to. Ain't gonna be no game there.
Lord have mercy. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I was with you. I thought you were going to go the other way, to be honest. I thought you were going to come up with Twisted Tea. I like it. I thought you were coming the other way. I thought you were saying that Indiana had a shot.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean, you don't get to where you are. Let's just call it what it is. You have to play the schedule that is put in front of you, right?
Agreed.
But it is difficult to get through all of those games and not suffer a loss, just as Texas A&M.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And they caught a Texas team that started the season out looking like they were going to be donkey stones, yeah. and they wound up losing to Texas at the end of the season. Yeah. And then they turned around they needed an entire second half of football to climb out of a hole they had fallen into against South Carolina. And they got embarrassed by Miami.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the game either way.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it. Make no mistake about it.
It'll be definitely something I'll definitely watch. What the French toast? Come here, where you at? There you go.
Parlez-vous France.
Parlez-vous French. Hey.
There it is. Thank you. 107.26. Those of you watching, make sure somebody send me a message and let me know where to mark that. So I can get that sound bite.
Parlez-vous France, mofo. Anyway, yeah, that's my extent. That's my extent of French. Even though my last name is Pashu, it is French, but
that's crazy. You have a French last name, but your German heritage. It's like you didn't you wouldn't know. Never mind. Nope. I'm not going to make that joke. I'm going to stop right there.
Definitely. I make jokes all the time. Hilarious. I'm Furman. French and German.
That is very entirely possible, Dana. That is very entirely possible because, where are we? There we go. As you can see, their defense was their offense wasn't quite ready for Penn State's defense when they played Penn State earlier this year.
Right. Absolutely. Agreed.
Oh man. So I don't know. Did you give me your thoughts on that game and where it was going to end up?
I didn't give you a score, but I think Alabama's going to win. I mean, I think I'd say 2 scores or more.
2 scores or more.
Yeah, Alabama.
Okay. I tend to agree.
So we got 8. Indiana giving up 7. The over under is 48 and a half. I was just trying to find the over under. Damn, dude, our over under is 55 and a half. Woo, shootout.
What's the score?
No, I'm saying like, well, the Falcons are going to try to lose anyway. But I'm saying about our over under the Georgia Ole Miss game is 55.5. The over under total.
Okay, they're expecting it to be a good scoring. They're going to expect a goodly amount of points to be scored. I got it.
Yeah.
I can work with that. I can work with that. Well, I don't know what else I have, Collin. I think we've about touched on just about everything. The new year is upon us, ladies and gentlemen.
I
Please,
concur.
please, 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 please be safe when you get out. I know we've had a good time seeing our families and things like that, but now we want to make it back to wherever it is that we're going if you haven't done so already. But in just a mere few days, planes will be boarded. Planes will be boarded. People will climb into their cars and take off on the road going back wherever it is they're headed. Please, if you're going anywhere, be careful getting where you go. On behalf of Collin and me, we want to wish you all a ridiculously blessed and prosperous 2026. Oh Lord, please don't let me have just accidentally hit the rewind button.
Yeah, hey, trust me, man. This year has flown, and I know it gets faster and faster the older we get. But I mean, I have seen it firsthand. It is insane. But yeah, I mean, out with the old, in with the new. See you 2025. Let's bring 26 in. Prosperity and be safe. Don't drink, don't drive. Or if you're gonna drink, don't drive.
If you're drinking, don't drive. If you're driving, don't drink. And last but
And
certainly not least,
do the watermelon call if you got to. We're going.
yeah, 100, 150, 227.386,
On the FM dial.
59342 to the nth power. So yeah, we appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in this evening to this week's edition of This Week in UGA Football. It has been our pleasure being your host this evening. So essentially what we're walking away saying is Georgia is going to win. Bama is going to win. And that is we are in full support of Bama in winning that game. Sorry, Indiana fans, because, we might want to play them again. So, yeah. So, yeah.
Show us a little something. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Deal with that as you will. But we'll be back again soon. We'll be back again next Monday because we got a game to play this Monday. We got a game to play this Thursday. So we'll be back again on Monday and everything should be back to, we'll be all settled in. No more holidays until who knows when. Y'all be good to yourselves and be good to each other.
Absolutely.
We will catch you next go around. And until we see you next week, Happy New Year. Take care of yourself and go Dawgs.
Happy New Year. Go Dawgs.